20 rules for success that no one tells you. Yep, let's go. The number one rule that I always thought about, because I used to do a lot of things out here on the farm and I didn't know anyone. And it's one simple thing that you should think about is no one is coming to save you. You know what? No one is coming to save you. Your life, 100% responsibilities is yours. So that's why you should never blame another person who talked you into doing whatever and all these things, because at the end of the day, the decisions that you make, it's yours. No one else's. It's your responsibility. So keep in mind, no one is coming to save you. All right. They're not coming to save your problems either. I know a lot of times we feel like, oh, I gotta go get this and that. But at the end of the day, no one's coming to save you or your problem. So your life is up to you. You can seek out help, but keep that in mind. All right. 2, you don't need 100 self-help books to make you smarter. All you need is action and self-discipline, and be disciplined. I think about this all the time when I go to sleep at night at 7:30 p.m., and if I have friends or my spouse is like, going to bed so early, golly, let's stay up and watch a movie or something. And I'm like, no, we'll get to that movie thing in a minute. I'm not going to binge watch whatever, because when I get up at 3 or 4, I've already done at least 4 hours of work while most of America or the entire world is still sleeping. And this is what mostly a lot of great successful people do. And I get a lot done. I get a ton done. So, stay disciplined to yourself. And, as far as, dieting and working out, stay disciplined. Don't pass up the sugar, pass up the donut, pass up the chips. Stay in the gym every single day. That's discipline. So there you go. That was number 2. Number 3, stop waiting to discover yourself, which is a good one, because, create you instead. Don't just think, I gotta wait for this and that. No, you go out and create. Yeah, there's a guy named Whitey at the gym who's always told me as a farmer that you're gonna find 100 ways to do something wrong, but you're gonna find the right way eventually. And it's okay to do things a certain way until you figure it out. And that absolutely makes sense to me. So, stop waiting to discover yourself, create you instead, and you will be off 10 times better than you were before just waiting, okay, before waiting. All right, number 4, hard work and determination can make you achieve anything. I was messing around up there the other day, and I had some keys, and I was just going to put them up there, and the keys fell between the frame. So what did I do? I had to go and find a magnet, right? This is a long magnet. It attaches to most things that I can pick up. And I thought I was going to be able to do that. I thought I was going to be able to use this magnet and get those keys out with the key ring. Well, went and spent like $6 on this, and it didn't work. So I used something else, and it took me 2 days to get those keys out, because they are keys to lock my drawer over there. I could have gave up, but I was determined to get those out. Another story, I remember 4th of July, I was in the field. We were having at this big park called Ben Garin Park. I lost my keys, and of course I had a alarm system on my car. And I went out the next day because I got a ride home, went out the next day, and I was determined to find my keys. And guess what? Being outside in the park at night is way different than during the day. And I found those keys. Hard work, guys. There is no easy road. I remember Les Brown said there is never a crowd on that extra mile. So hard work and determination is your best route. You know what I mean? So humbling yourself only takes you higher. So keep that in mind. Number 5, comfort is the worst addiction and cheap tickets to depression. Everyone likes to get comfortable and stay comfortable. That's why you won't find a lot of people great in sports, because they don't want to do that extra work. Or that's why you won't find a lot of, let's see, how can I put it? Big achievers when it comes to, people on Wall Street who are taking risk. They're so comfortable. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. That's why you have these perfect match. A female and a male, and the male or the female are too comfortable for not talking and getting out of their skin and talking to each other, so they never ever will come together. And then they're miserable. I know that some of y'all going, what are you saying, Lemmy? It's true. I mean, think about all the opportunities you passed by. You could have been that guy, or you heard of someone, you thought of that invention that someone came years later. You're like, what? Comfort is the worst addiction and a cheap ticket to depression. You get all mad and upset because that was your ideal. They did it. Yep. God gives us all kinds of strength and opportunities, but we just don't act on them. So think about that. Number 6. And number 6 goes back to number 1. Number 1 was no one is coming to save your problems. Number 6, no one cares about you. Stop being shy. Go out and create your chances. No one cares, really. They don't. No one cares. I mean, if you think about things you see on social media, especially Facebook, haven't been on Facebook in 4 years. 5 whole years on Facebook. That's crazy. Well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Okay, this next one here is kind of weird, off the subject. They say control your sexual urges. You'll be the reason you are either successful or a failure. I don't know what that means, but I do know we should wait when it comes to relationships and all that before you go out and do all the hanky-panky and all that stuff. God, I could just see Jamie. Jamie, come on now. Let it go. I didn't write this stuff, okay? Going, what? Sorry, Jamie. I don't know. Moving on. Number 8. And I like this one. This is a true one here. Avoid drinking alcohol like a camel drinking water. Nothing worse than losing your senses and acting like a fool. Whew. I've had some friends, let me tell you. Each time they want to go out sometime, I remember when I was younger, they wanted to go out, and I was always the one who had to drive us home. I never ever got to be the one who just relaxed and sipped on whatever and just couldn't. Still to this day, I don't drink because I'm just used to it now. And of course, I've seen studies on what alcohol does to your brain and your body, and it's just not good. And they're realizing it's just poison in your blood. So, if you're drinking, kudos to you. You know what I mean? Go right ahead. But it's just not for me. And I see that this list is compiled of that. So that was number 8. Avoid drinking alcohol like a camel drinking water. Nothing worse. Does camels drink water? I didn't make up this list, y'all, okay? Number 9, avoid drugs and avoid that other stuff we can't say on Google or on YouTube. That wacky weed now, avoid that. It just makes you kind of slow and chill, and you can never ever get in life. You know what I mean? Anywhere, unless you are, I don't know. It just slows you down. It hinders your thoughts. It just slows you down, makes you chill. And that's just one of those lists they put on there. Number 10, keep your standards high and don't settle for something just because it's available. That's deep. That could be anything. I mean, that's a loaded statement there. So, keep that in mind. All right. 11. Now, this is going to trigger someone. Don't trust no one. trust no one, not a single person, no matter how tempting it is or they are.
What you talking about, Willis? Really?
Believe in yourself. Y'all see where we're going with this list. Believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Because, at the end of the day, the decision is yours. And whatever the decision is, it all goes back to you. I like that one. All right, this is number 12. Prioritize your family. Defend them, even if they stink or they're idiots. Cover their nakedness, and that's true. I mean, bloodline is so important. You've got to take care of your family, and we've seen that here in our administration here lately. And that was one of those deals that most people were disgruntled about, the president pardoning his son. And think about that. If your kid would have done something bad and you had the will to, you had the power to get your son out of jail, would you? Would you keep him there for a certain amount of time and then get him out, treat them? You know how I used to sit your kids? I used to sit your kids in the corner and, you go over there for 5 minutes and think about what you've done. I don't know. That's up to you, not for me. I don't know. Anyway, but it says, defend them even if they stink or idiots. So there you go. Cover their nakedness. Number 13, if you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Don't compete. Yes, never be the smartest person in the room because you can't grow that way. And once you get to a point where you see smarter people than you, don't compete with them. Learn. You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense. Number 14, you shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. That's like that family member telling you that you can't do YouTube. You can't get a silver play button. You can't do none of that. Why would I listen to them? Now, had they had one and told me this is what it's going to take, don't do this or that, this is what is going to happen if you do this, then you can listen. But if they don't have the same dreams or aligned with your goals, then why would you listen to anyone like that? So think about that, all right? This is about growth and opportunity right here. Number 15, learn skills on YouTube, not wasting your time consuming worthless content on Netflix. Back to that movie stuff. There's a lot of craziness on Netflix, man. It's just get you to be sunken in every episode after episode. I got in trouble just not too long ago for my son was mad at me because he wanted me to watch the Squid Game and the new one. And I was like, man, I really don't have time to watch this and that. And so, it was a holiday season. I start episode 1, episode 2. I fell asleep on episode 2 again. And I kept trying to watch it. And he asked me, did you finish? He's like, I binge watched that. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that right now. I'm still not into episode, 4 right now? I've seen bits and pieces, fell on bits and pieces, and sleep on bits and pieces. So, it's one of those deals. YouTube is to go find the problem or to learn the situation. Netflix is to sit there and waste hours of your time. And that's fine. If you love movies and you got time, go right ahead, my friend. But it's not for those who are trying to have growth and opportunity, all right? Find new opportunities. Number 16, find new opportunities and learn from people ahead of you. That goes back to taking advice. If people are talking about AI and they're telling you where it's going and you know that jobs are being dismantled from AI, then I would think you would go out and learn a little. I've been telling everybody on different channels, this channel, go learn how to do some prompts, learn what you can do, make a business out of AI because it's there to help you. So there you go. Number 17, the world won't slow down for you. You know how you try to make all these certain moves and this and that, you think, I'm just gonna give it 2 months and all that. And then you realize the world is not slowing down. It's gonna go fast, it's at a fast pace, so keep that in mind. So don't slow down because you think the world's gonna slow down for you. It's not going to, all right? And number 18 is important. And think about this, no one owes you anything. It's true. I have buddies that come over and they do this and that, and I offer them this and that. Don't mean I can call them and expect them to come over here. No, they don't owe me anything. You know what I mean? No one owes you anything. Right? Or do you disagree with that one? That's something you put in the comments there. All right? Number 19, we're almost there. Life is a single player game. Ooh, you're born alone. You're gonna die alone. You're gone in 3 generations and no one cares. Woo, that's deep. Before you showed up, no one cared. It's a simple player's game. I don't like how that's put. I don't like how that's worded at all, but it's true. I mean, you were born alone. You know, you're gonna die alone. So, you know, it's a single player game. However, you can join some players to help you along the journey, which we already talked about in the beginning, but it's true. I like that. All right, now into the last one here. All right, number 20. And I think I've said this in 2 videos before. Don't wait for miracles. Make them happen. Yes, you can't always do it alone, but listen to the opinions of others. There we go. And that, my friends, are 20 rules for success no one tells you. Hope you enjoyed that. Tell me which one you disagree with. Leave it in comments. I want to know which one you thought was kind of bogus and weird. Hey, I'm not, what do you used to say? Don't hate the player or don't hate the messenger. I'm just the messenger here. That's all. But some of those items there are important. And I think we should really consider thinking about that. All right, have a great day, guys. I'm Lemmy Moore. We'll talk to you soon.